There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We searching for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. Blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving us the end of parents from them. So welcome my life with African.
A lyrical
Master.
Play Paris, who make you again Sktv menu. Say my chutney, Tina get I say my yamu. And you say no money, and more I yo. And you love family, more I yo.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking for podcasts and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the promise my best. The work with my life with African. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombay, Cape Mount, Monserrat, San to Bacoloo, from Maryland, Bon County to Maggie B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Well, folks. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Better stay. I don't know your time, but from our end here is 3 minutes past 6. That's the time check. Good evening from our end. Today is the 19th of February, the second month in the year 2026. Let me welcome you, those of you who just joined. Indeed, a pleasant good evening and welcome to the Thursday edition of the Sktv show. For a matter of fact, right here on Truth FM 96.1, and let me say also to the management, head of our own dynamic CEO, Honorable Ike Ability, and that are the head of radio and programs, Oni Osumba Roberts of Truth FM, and all of you there from the Sktv, including the CEO of Sktv, Sekou Kanen, all of our team of hard-working teams, Steve Bode, Mose, Ali, and that's why when we're on this show, we don't, in fact, we gave room, we open the door so that everybody can come in because it's all about discussing the issue and talking to the Liberian people. So, yeah, so Brother Ali joined us, I think sometime last year, and here now with the family. So, let me say good evening to you, Brother Ali. You also be here this evening with us, Mark. Yes, one of the strong member of the Sktv. Good evening to you. And that of all of you, our supporters, our well-wishers, those of you always. Yes, Yeah, so again, you just want to speak to my people, but thank you for reminding me of Sheikh Soko. Yesterday we had done that, but yesterday was a little bit tense for my end, after having some technical glitches and having our brother on, and I got to do some things. So it was not easy. So no way for me to even remember some stuff or some things. But again, happy fast month to all of our Muslim brothers and sisters. Those of you who will be fasting, praying on behalf of Mama Liberia, praying on behalf of the war, because there are a series of tensions ongoing around the world. Yes, those power, those people that want to control the world, they are putting all of their, should I say, they putting their muscles together, and they want to try something. But, there's a saying that when the two elephants fight, the grass, the grass suffers. So we got to pray so that, yeah, we don't experience any kind of pain. Well, we see the war leaders fighting and having some commotions or some disagreements, power struggle, and so forth. Then at the end of the day, we too will feel the weight. Yeah, yeah, we're not able to even produce kerosene. Yeah, we don't even produce kerosene, environmental for gasoline, even though our government through the APRC they were celebrating the freedom that Liberia came on the second in West Africa when it comes to lower price, but again, still the transportation still the same. When you see these same people think that you don't want to criticize government or you don't want to talk, no. Anything that you do, that, for example, that have no impact on the children, for example, the children see their mother and father going to work every morning, but they are not in school. They can't eat. They want to impact. So the children say, my mom and pa go to school, and sorry, my mom and pa they go to work. Why your mom say my mom and pa? My mom, in fact, my mom and pa they say, good. That is how the yes money works. They say they go to work. That means the children are happy. That means your work has no impact in their lives. But again, people go evening, Mohammed Enzadore, good evening to all of you. Wa Abel K. Doro Jr. Thank you for joining us. You please help us share the show. Those of you who are joining, please give us a like, comment, and share. Yeah, thank you, Sheikh. But you are right. For me, physically, I will tell you that we don't need prayer anymore because we have work that's supposed to do. There's nothing. No. Sheikh, thank you for that. Sheikh Soko. We're just wasting our prayers. We're just wasting most of our time in praying for politicians. I'm talking about the politicians, those wicked ones who claim that they are demonic possessed, unless they do. Yes, because some people, because the reason why you pray for people, that means they are demonically possessed. When people are possessed, then you got to pray for them, right? So why would you want to pray for somebody that's going to do physical work? Why we can't pray for you time to eat so that the food can just be entered into our mouth spiritually? Or time to even go or maybe to shower or to take bath. We that can take bath. Time to take bath. Why we can't just stand and pray so that the water can just be getting on us? No. So there are physical things and there are spiritual things. But we just miss everything and see anything that we just pray for. Anything that you want to pray for. Even maybe want to steal money for you, you will pray. So that maybe I know that is spirit. Yeah, man. Well, the country interesting too much. We just wasting prayer. Let me be frank. But again, but Ali is Ali, I think I was saying that the camera small because like the camera a little bit. Good. Yeah, thank you for your camera that way. I'm not seeing you. I feel grabbing our yeah, so just wasting our approach check. You're right. For me, that thing I don't pray for. You push me, you can even push me from now to judgment day. There are things I don't pray for, and there are things that in fact, there are things that I can even tell God thank you. You don't even need prayer. So now you just dance, you just be happy and just celebrate. Well, brother Ali, good evening, my brother, and welcome.
Thank you, Mabel. Good afternoon from my end, and good afternoon to our listening audience and followers. Glad to be here.
Yes, wonderful. So one of our followers saying that we should, in fact, because I was wishing you people yesterday as you had done that, it was very in my mind. But when we have the time, the stress to settle and to set up and everything, so that's slipped out of my mind. But let me wish all of you who are fasting, but are you happy fast month to all of you, our Muslim brothers and sisters. Then one of my brothers say, well, I told him praying for the world leaders. Wow, but Liberia need prayer. So no, we gotta pray for Liberia because maybe because we are both, we are spiritual and we are physical. Some of us will go for the up the hill meetings. So we need prayer too. That's true. Yeah, we gotta pray. But Ali, do you agree with me that we need prayer for our country, or we should just forget it?
We don't need prayers. We don't need prayer.
Oh, why? Why is it so? Are you? Why you say that?
If prayer could change a nation, then Liberia or Africa as a well, or could be a developed continent today. Like we talk about Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria, the whole of Africa, because you name it. Like in the Western world, how many times you see people, even in America, yeah, Canada, Australia, other places, going to church, doing God basically the way we put God basically on our head, let be precise. In Liberia, the Muslim, like, this is Ramadan now. Anywhere you pass, you see our sister there with hijab, you see our brother there with hat on their head. They say Sunday, you see our brothers and sisters well dressed in their kosu, African and whatsoever, going to church and thing. Any corner you turn in, the way in which we can pray, we put God business first. A prayer could help a nation. Liberia could have become a better nation, or the whole of Africa a better continent. But there is nothing. Liberia need, like somebody said in the comment section, a remarkable leader. We need a better system. We are suffering from systematic problem. You can even say bring Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon them, as president of Liberia. If we don't have a good system, they are just coming to waste their time. We need a system and a remarkable leader. So prayer is not our problem. How many times early gone time the president said we should pray and we fast and pray? What have changed?
In
Nothing.
fact, one for
We are,
another day, we
yes,
for some kind of day off, eh?
okay, we are even worse than before saying the fast and prayer was done. We don't need a prayer. Liberia don't need a prayer. So the person who said it, yes, I stand with you. Liberia don't need a prayer.
So let me also join you and to some of our brothers who are commenting. Your comment, people will read all of your comments, and in fact, Brother Ali says something very, very important here that we all will have to. That we all will have to look at carefully, because what Brother Ali is saying in the same telephone is that I don't know why African, especially Africa, I don't know why we take the God business like we are the only group of people that go heaven, or maybe other people they don't want to go heaven. For me, I stand to be corrected though. We take the God business like we take it so personal. Let me just say it that way. We take God business personal to the extent that we claiming that we are the only group of people that go heaven. And something quickly that I want to bring to your attention before Steve come on is the issue of Misa. That don't come out here. During those days, the people that used to fight, I think with bow and arrow, right? But are you? Thank you. So from bow and arrow, they some kind of more idea came to them again. They decided to create what gun, the single barrel before. Some of you, that was the gun that our forefathers used to fight with. After the single barrel, they faced the other automatic weapons. From the one now, they now use technology, Misa. Why somebody will stay to their horse or their bedroom, launch anytime they want to launch? Is that prayer, or what can we really do? With lack of, for me, but I think with lack of innovation, with lack of ideas, with lack of everything, that's why we just take the God business personal. For me, now I can say, well, Steve, good evening, Chairman, and welcome.
Well,
Steve, we're not getting.
It's good to be here. Sorry, I was muted. I'm sorry. It's good to be here. Folks, let's share the show. Good evening, good afternoon to all of you. It's good to always be on Sktv. We are here today. It's good to see Mr. Msale and also Johnson Melbourne Kula. Those of you following us on the radio, we want to say welcome to this edition. The chairman is here. Your favorite chairman. Yeah, your one-time chairman, the chairman I can check, the chairman I can stay as it is. No checking. That's not the chairman part. Y'all can make the chairman, but as always, the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. And as you guys already know, we are here to have the conversation. A lot of things going on. We'll always have the social conversation. We'll always try to bring in a social conversation. Let me tell you something, life is short, folks. Life is very short. Some of these social conversations, we try to make it into more like an awareness. Don't take it personal. Come here, let's disagree, let's agree. At the end of the day, we'll learn a thing or two from one another. For those of you who are religious people also, don't take it personal. There's a perfect opportunity for you to, have the conversation. Nobody's stopping you from your beliefs or whatever it is. So don't take it personal. I want to wish our Muslim brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, friends, cousins, relatives, nephews, nieces, those of you who are fasting, a happy Ramadan as you've started the fast and prayer. We pray and hope that God gives you the strength for you to carry through this time and this period. And for those of us who are in other religions or have other belief system, it's time for us to show some tolerance and some respect to, the Muslim faith and community as they go through time. We shouldn't do anything that will be tempting or that will inconvenience them from their religious practices and beliefs. Rather, we should support them. You don't have to agree, but it's okay to support people. So I just want to wish the Muslim community in the Muslim religion a happy Ramadan, and may God strengthen them to go through this period of fast and prayer. Nobo, I know you are in charge, so I turn it back to you. Yeah.
Yes, honorable chairman, and in fact, I like your.
Mr. Dolly, what happened? Almost. Sorry,
yeah, maybe that's a conversation we can have behind closed door. You can be.
I think Mr. Dollar on a little break, he will join us anytime soon. Thank you, right? Yeah. So, chairman, let me be frank. I like your starting. I don't like the way you put everything. Sometimes people take these things too personal, like that maybe that we are doing things to them, like we are attacking them. So I just like the way you put everything. Let me be frank with you today. I think, in fact, you even make my day, but that's good. So moving forward, people, don't take things personal. No, don't see these things that we are saying here. We are all correcting all of the wrongs. All of us here today will pass through all these things, and we are saying into these things. So when we are saying these things, don't see it like we are attacking women, we are attacking men, we are attacking religious people, we are attacking other people. No, we are not attacking. But we are telling you about lives. And time is short. So thank you so much, my dear brother. Monk is here. Monk, what's up, my brother? Good evening.
Well, I'm doing good to be here. Another day to be on Sktv. Today is Thursday. Today, we usually talk on social issue to start the show, maybe for the first 45 minutes to an hour. We can do politics every single day of the week. We come here 6 days a week. We cover ground. Sometimes people just want to de-stress. I mean, the country is not going to burn at the end of the day. We are not the one in charge. We are just here of the people. So we got to spice the show. We make it a little bit diverse. We talk about religious issues sometimes. And we're not talking about things. It's not like our views and opinion of the Holy Bible or some scripture or some quote from the Quran. It just so gathering. You got to be diverse. We talk sports. We talk social issue, marriages, society and religion. At the end of the day, we are mostly physical beings. So we talk about things that affect us the most. So if you come here with the whole idea of just listening to politics every single day. I mean, why is the essence of the politics when you can't even get any positive news from the country? I don't know why you want to be depressed all through for 6 days. So if we try to spice the show up, you got to be an open-minded person. And sometimes you just listen to this conversation and you can chime in. The last time women were calling on the show, like they want us to even talk more about social issues now than even politics because they are sick of the politics. I can guarantee you that. Sometimes when we talk about issues here, most especially social issue, job, economy, people want us to dwell on this topic, then the nitty-gritty of politics. They are so sick and tired of it. They don't see anything happen in the country. Matter of fact, most of them are even regretting their vote because wise King Solomon and this whole myth that he was a man of wisdom. And I think he seemed worse than even the footballer at this point in time. So who want to talk about politics 7 days or 6 days a week? Come on, spice up the show. Steve, I tell you what to you guys. Baby, why are you killing yourself with a laptop in the background? Why asking Solomon?
No, let me say this. Let me say this before we get into the show.
You're gonna pay fund. Let me just say this to you and Mark. What?
I beg you. No, let me say this to us. We'll talk about women and men being here on the show. We'll talk about church and God business. Other religion, we'll talk about it on the show because all our life on earth as human beings, that the thing then that will revolve around money, God, and another human being. What do you want to talk about? Yeah. Another human being has to do with social activity, it has to do with political activities. God has to do with religion.
Health, welfare, relationship, the top three. Steve,
exactly. So what thing I can see you some post checking or whatever it is. You now want to listen to the social part, it's okay. You can log off, come back later on, we'll finish. What thing happen? So y'all want micromanage us to the point where when we come on the show, yeah, that you're running the show, but you detect everything that we do, even the English that we're supposed to speak, the thing we're supposed to say. When y'all go on the show, then you can do it. Let me say it to y'all. Me, I'm clear about my thing. I don't go behind all the talk. I'm not in gossip. Let me be clear about certain things. We'll be respectful. We'll be understanding. But we'll speak to the topics that we'll speak to. You don't get to dictate to us. If you don't like it, change channel. It's very easy because that you're controlling behavior, you're carry to your horses, carry to your significant other, carry to the people you can control. You can control me. Let me be clear about that. No, I'm not. So we are going to go into the social issue. We'll discuss today that Russian guy that came to Ghana and knock plenty of people. We are calling to them allegedly getting AIDS. We will be saying that no kind of spicy news they be passing. They will come for our head and say, oh, you know, Joseph Baga, the country will not point. You leave us. And I get a country Joseph Baga also do now. You all see people who tell you I don't vote for the mayor, say I'll vote for him. You leave us. That Baga we want. And that's what you all singing. Okay, someone want to talk about nothing whatsoever. So they always who thinks I get time for your everyday politics thing? Without. When Syria will discuss, that means we'll sit down here and discuss Prophet King cause man, and the poor Prophet King as well sit and be my conversation. I suppose to come and say, Hatan, you really serious for you? And Prophet King was causing man, Joseph Baga share here, Joseph Baga wife share here. All the United Party people supported him, and they brought him to Liberia when he caused Julie Andy, and they free him, and he was walking around. So if the same United Party people decided to put him in jail again, what thing concern me?
What concern you?
John Palmer went on John Rice. So
he never even shook his hand. He had a phone raised up for Joseph Baga live.
Yeah.
Campaign.
So at the end of the day, Melbourne, we are very concerned with that. What kind of Russian guy came to disrespect most of our African men? I mean, I'm not part of it because I will be very honest with you. I've told you guys before. Y'all want to pass around, y'all want to do your different thing, y'all go do it. Your business. I don't care. By the end of the day, so on a social standpoint, that particular guy, he's my hero. I respect him. He exposed most of our African women. He exposed you. He exposed you. And me causing men, say they want to use slap, the men that can cheat, they want, that one. Then are your story also now. Your story also. And me, I feel sorry for anybody that involved inside. Just so you know, I will keep telling you, two people that I see each other naked there. I don't put my money in the business. So that man and the African women that I slept with, I support a man 100%. Let me be clear on the record. I support that guy 110%. If you are a grown woman and nobody, the only people that I want to support are people who they rape. I get problem with that. Molestation, rape, sodomizing people, I get problem. But when for a grown woman and a grown man decide that they will go see each other naked, I'm supposed to get there without people there. I am not there with that man. I stand with him. In fact, that man is a hero. Yep, he's a hero in my face, in my eyes. He is. So, Morgan left to you. I don't know why you got to contribute about me. But I see it.
So,
Ali and Mabel can start. I will give an update on that Russian guy, and so that the audience are up to speed.
Yes. So more first, I think some of our people maybe they're hearing this for the first time. Maybe they don't really know the entire information. So if you have little maybe information about that, we're just going to join the phone because I'm now seeing about 1 hour ago that the Ghanaian government has released the official identity of the Russian guy that did that entire thing. But I want you to go in a little detail. If not, maybe you can use 2 to 3 minutes. Then we'll chip in with our own views.
Well, let me just give you a synopsis of what happened. They call this guy Yaroslav Trokov. He's a sex tourist, and he started his sex tourism from Europe, but it seemed like he wasn't successful in Europe. What he does is he uses his glass from Meta, that fancy hardware with the camera built in it that you can't even recognize that a camera is in it. And then he wears a wristwatch that is also a camera. So he will go and sleep with random women, and he will record them without their consent, and he will go to these online porn website and sell those videos. That's how he makes his own money. So apparently business wasn't booming in part of Asia and Europe, and he decided to try his luck in Africa. And where he started first was South Africa, then from there Kenya, before he came to Ghana. The reason we got to know about him because one of his many victims blew the alarm. I think he convinced her to get in maybe take a taxi cab or Uber in Accra, and she used her own money. When she got to the hotel after everything, he refused to reimburse her, and that's where she came up with that viral video saying that she wanted a refund, and that's how everything came out. But the Ghanaian government, when it comes to Africa and our way of life, Ghana is a highly conservative society. And what that guy did on camera, it shocked the whole world that women will just fall for a guy. He speaks little to no English. He just be like, oh, what's your name? You look good. Can you follow me into my hotel? And the next thing you know, they are there. So people started wondering how he did it. And he didn't start from Ghana. Like I said, he started from South Africa to Kenya. Ghana was the number 3 on the road in terms of the countries that he visited. And so the Ghanaian government, first of all, they recalled their Russian ambassador, and they made a formal request for Russia to extradite him because they are saying he did it without the consent, so that's an invasion of privacy. But I know Russia have a no-extradition treaty, so I don't think they will be able to turn him over to go facing the law in Ghana. If it happened, good for Ghana. But it says something fundamental about women these days. I don't like to bash on women, but that's just the reality. We cannot fake the news. The news is the news. And the way in which they gravitated to that guy, because they came with the impression that, most women, they fantasize about sleeping with white men in Africa. Africa, we are predominantly black in Africa. Maybe less than 1% of the population happen to come from other race, but we are most of them. And one thing that he did was he would rent expensive hotel. Because when you go to an expensive hotel, you believe that this guy, he loaded, he got cash. But guess what? He slept with them for little or nothing. The vast majority of them that he slept with, he never compensated them with nothing. He slept with them. Yeah, and it was later on that we got to know that he was HIV positive. So exactly what he's doing it with an intent. He's doing it deliberately, because no man will just meet a woman out there, a female out there, and sleep with her without protection. So if you can come from a country like South Africa with a higher HIV rate before Kenya, because I know South Africa, Tanzania, they are top of the top when it comes to the HIV infection rate in Africa. So when you're starting from South Africa to Kenya before Ghana, it was more of a disgrace and a cultural shock for people in Ghana. Like I said, the way how these women gravitated to him is something that got other than shock. So just to keep the audience up to speed, that's what happened. Then before we can chime in with our opinion on what happened. But that's just a quick synopsis of the whole story and the whole trending issue on social media.
So maybe I'll beg you quickly before Masale can chime in here. Let me say this. I disagree with him for not divulging that he is HIV positive. I disagree with him. I also disagree with him for not letting them know consensually that he was videotaping them. But I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree with him by asking them to sleep with them and they come to his house or his hotel without knowing him. That shows the same thing we talked about the other time, that prostitution is a big business, especially in Africa. And unfortunately, it is sad, but sometimes when I watch that thing in Labrador called street fries, most of the young girls that come on there, most of the things that they say, they sleep with men for money. They don't even know these people. They don't know their health records. If they are coming in public, and this is in Liberia, and saying that, and $20, $40 to sleep with me, to do the one, to do that one, and we want to come here and play moral, and I disagree with that guy. The recording and not telling them that he was HIV positive, but he exposed the so-called conservative or Christian nation in Ghana. He exposed them a lot, because do you know what it means for a stranger? You just see a strange man in the street. It speaks volume of you as a woman. It shows that you got no respect and pride for him. How you just see a man in the street that tell you say you might follow them to your hotel, and you follow that man, you don't know that man from nowhere, and you go and sleep with the man, and I'm supposed to come here on a show and make it look like, oh, he lied to them, he fooled them. My friend, he not lied to you. Your own prostitution hope of your business. That's why your own. And that's what it is. And that's why we need to call it acts. So all that jumping, they can be jumping around, acting like the decent people or whatever it is, they are the, and imagine married woman, or you should be married woman, you pass around somebody, just try to run your name and kill you. You see where woman? If that mean no married woman and husband, I will leave you. I will call that Russian man, 10-year-old to that Russian man. This is foolishness at the highest level. And these are things that most of the women do on the cover. You guys don't know, but I'm glad that he's exposing now. But if this was a man today, they will come and insult that man. That men are useless, and this one, they want. Be like your own prostitution. Hey, we know you now. We know you. We know you. We're looking at you now.
Aliu?
Yes, I think that Aliu come out. Yes. Wow.
You know, I think I will Steve rather what he said, because even here you and I know sometimes when you receive call and it will tell you that this call has been recorded, it's being recorded, because you're supposed to record someone without their consent. Okay, so for that, what he did was bad. And number two, you are HIV positive, so that was something that he did intentional. You already know you HIV positive, going out there or doing your business because that's your business you're doing. Be able to save other people. You already recorded them without their consent, that which is very bad, and then spreading HIV with them. So this is a big damage, because all these women, they slept with that man. Probably you did what you could do with him, and you went home, you had something to do with your husband.
Yeah.
Or your boyfriend. That's a big damage down there. You see? So why if your husband to get a side chick, your boyfriend to get a side chick? So all the time that he been doing it with these women, they've been sharing it with their men, sharing it with their boyfriend. That's a big damage down there. And like Mon said, I don't think the Russian government will take him over. If they do, then Ghana they should be lucky. But for sleeping with them, I don't have problem with it. That's why they chooses to do. You get your boyfriend, like Monk said, yes. Or most of African women, they see it to be like a big thing to sleep with a white man. Oh yes, it's a white man, and it's a record for them. Likewise, sometimes we the African men we see it to be a big record to sleep with white women. But that's the only problem I have there.
No, all those that we the African men.
No, I said some.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I'm watching you that we're not in that thing.
So for me, I think as I with Steve, that's the only issue I have with him there, by recording them, and they were not aware. Number two, so HIV positive, and he didn't tell them, and he went out there, gave it to them. So if you know your girlfriend is part of that thing, or your wife is part of it, all the time, just know that you're saying you are HIV positive right now, because that's a big damage right down there he had caused. So that's just
the one I can't understand. Grown women who know yourself, or men that barely speak your language, your English, and this man just
speak to you, follow me, and you follow him. I know you were
touch and follow you were using. More, we gotta look into that. Was he using touch and follow, or what was really happening? Because responsible woman who know herself, grown women, they're not small girls to say, oh, that small girl he played on the man, or he took her cash and gave it to them. Grown women with children, husbands, home.
Well, guys, I mean, while you guys are talking, let me just kind of.
What's your manager?
Maybe I want to get a very short clip, just how he can pick them up. I mean, like he says little to nothing. Let me just find a short video where you play for the audience just to get an
idea. I said you were the mega game.
Steve,
so just send it to me if you have it. Send it to me. If I saw that
guy's on another level of game. Let's be honest.
And if I
when I ask now with the African men, they'll get all they'll get all the run around. You must spend money behind it. You're just passing it right like that. Hey? I'm disappointed in y'all, man.
My man, Steve, the way that man. For me, I don't believe that is something normal, that you will just see your woman, hello, what's your name? Oh yeah, me to my hotel room, and then you follow him.
Someone talk about certain color, you know, and Steve, I don't know whether you or Among or about Aliu, you know, let me be frank, most of our women, that's why I think someone said that on the show once upon a time, either Monk said that the women between the ages of 17, 18 to 19 years old, they will choose the kind of men they want. And that's just the fact. They were Jews. They all were looking for handsome. Most of our sisters, our women, they always looking for that color. Even if the color have money or not, all they want is to just to be associated with that color. Because most of the time people say, well, okay, that money they may use the USA, but when I first watched the video, I doubt it. Until when I start receiving news from Ghana, when I start following Ghanaian women crying, when I start following a lot of people start complaining, I said, oh, okay, so I mean, this is true. I thought I was just praying or maybe there's something. But not
so no more. You trying to say that their life skin body will get edge on it, and we saying that yet?
Oh yes, Steve.
Then why is
it happening right here in Liberia? Just that. Let me be free. Maybe some of our brothers, maybe
I'm coming back home, man. I'm moving back home.
Some of our brothers, maybe they are not into recording business, but they pass by.
I'm moving home. I'm moving back home. Thank you for getting me cool. I'm moving back home.
There are a lot of men that are also into so many habits.
But man, I say I'm moving back home. Don't say much.
Why you are struggling with them? Why you are struggling with them? Somebody is collecting them free of charge.
No, boy, don't say much. I'm moving back home. I'm moving back home.
Man, I know you can. But Mark, I'm seeing something from DW Africa that the Russian authority has also dismissed a different news circulating online, saying they did not in fact match any known citizen. So I don't know.
They will not.
They won't do it again. They don't want to tell you. Let me tell you.
They will not do it.
I told you, Russia have 9 time zones. Can you imagine your big country like America we got 4 time zones? Russia has 9. That means go and sit on the caucuses and you'll never find for the rest of your life in Russia. Russia is so big. So they won't. They won't take you over.
No bon. Edwin Snowden, who leaked CIA information in this country.
Yeah.
Russia never take him over.
What to America, talk about Ghana.
To America, with all the diplomacy, all the treaty, all the noise they were making, all the talk. Russia not taking over that to go turn their citizens over to Ghana. Russia and Ghana get any kind of relationships there, first of all. You think Russia on that kind of funny level there? That guy saying answer in Russia that big ball red now, he care. Look, Melbourne, this exposes our culture and our society. You know when we say these things, people get vexed. We pretend in African countries, especially the so-called Christian nation there, we pretend that we are hypocrites to the highest. Some of our women, they think what they can do is embarrassing and disgraceful. This is an embarrassment on the continent, especially Ghana, who is booming. People are attracted to Ghana. That's just one that was exposed. Do you know how many things that happening that have not come to the light yet? Do you know? So that means there is prostitution going on in Ghana and other countries in Africa. The same thing happening in Liberia. You go on Afra FN thing. What a guy can be playing with the other time playing one of the video here. You see those little girls, some of them 21, 19, 18, 20, 22, 25. They are telling you that they can sleep with different men for money. That's not prostitution there. Well, you are, man.
But you know one thing. Ali, go ahead.
Yeah, when I see that Liberia prank something, I thought that that these are comedians.
No, the serious,
real stuff.
The real stuff?
The serious, bro. In fact, they don't make it to the place where they're not even afraid anymore. They can talk it in public now.
Oh.
They got their faces on there. They can say what they can do, and somebody can even call their numbers. Can you imagine that? Do you know what that means? When we say this,
let me tell you something, Steve. You know, somebody called me last night. We had a little conversation on this subject matter. I said, Ghana, there will be a cultural clash in Ghana in the not too distant future.
Yeah.
He said, why you say so? I said, Ghana Ghana has sold herself to be the #1 destination for Africa when it comes to tourism.
Yes.
Now they are competing with Rwanda. So the vast majority of people you see going back to the continent, they are going to Ghana. Maybe 75% of them. They don't go to Nigeria or other countries. No, they are targeting Ghana. That's why things in Ghana getting expensive in terms of living place, accommodation, just basic or affordability is getting tough in Ghana. And when you got people pouring in from even the great United States and London and Canada and Australia, more than likely they will come with Western ideas and value. So prostitution, homosexuality, it will be a cultural clash in Ghana because Ghana is highly traditional. So why you think a Russian man of all the countries in Africa, he will pick Ghana? Because he knows Ghana is the #1 destination for tourists now in the entire Africa, if not West Africa. So in the future, we'll get more. Like now you go Accra, now you can see they got website for prostitution. They call Backpage. The Backpage that we hire, that the FBI shut down. They opened their version of a Backpage in Accra. That you can order a woman online for sex, get you all around a pizza or McDonald's with Uber. I mean, with Legacy or DoorDash. So I know the Ghanaian people, and one thing the guy did that what I say was deliberate. He went in a church with a lady in an usher uniform and pick her up from there with the pastor standing there. I was like, you know what? This thing is plain and it's a disgrace to the entire continent. Our culture is being literally abused by a single Russian. That's why got the Ghanaian government pissed, because it was more like a cultural insult that you hold women to high esteem. And more like I said, if they were black men, if it was a black man or a bunch of black men, they were going to pull you through a lot of hoops, even with the money. Because they pretend like they had to get, oh, you should go on a date, they want to know you. But the way English, and the one that shocked my Nigerian professor, the man called Gege said the men don't even speak good English.
Right.
That's shocking.
But I said the men are my hero, and the men are people.
And on the issue of Steve, before you come in, on the issue of piracy, it was a good side and it was a bad side. You know the good side? If that guy hadn't been exposed, the cascading effect or the overall damage would have been worse.
Sure.
There was no way we would have known these women that were engaged in that kind of a behavior. But now they are all on camera. We can identify them. So men are going to avoid them like a plague. Because if you see a girl in a video and she slept with some unknown Russian man and she more than likely contaminated with the HIV virus, why would you want to sleep with her? But the question is, why if the video wasn't going to leak? If we never knew how many women are going to destroy men's life, including their... And Steve, the funny thing too, these are not just regular prostitutes on the street. We are talking about married women, women with jobs, somebody in security uniform at a shopping mall. This guy was able to go there and pick them up. Can you imagine? Even in the church. So the question is, if he can entice women that we hold to high esteem, then what do you think about the prostitute? So it tells you literally, the message in the video is, you cannot tell the good one from the bad one because they are all prostitute, because he did it with the other woman was carrying her 2 children from school. She picked them up from school. A married woman with 2 children, right? And she took her children home, left her children with someone else, and came to the guy hotel. So why it tells you? That's why I say, man, we live in a different generation, man. The good women there go, our big sister, and auntie, and mom, I think they were the last group of good women. In this particular modern 21st century, this generation Z, the materialistic generation, and this social media generation, no. If you are looking for a relationship, you are taking a higher risk. Because a complete hopojo can be looking for.
So then let's go back. Let's go back to the HIV issue. Let's go back to the HIV issue. Even if they want to, maybe they want to have fun time with this man. Why were they so eager to just have themselves vulnerable in that form? Man of Monk and that Steve, I really want to know what were they thinking? That okay, let me just give myself anyhow, anyway, so that maybe they make a big, because I saw someone commented, the police said that one of the church person that maybe the Munjo talk about, pastor told them that they were married to white men. So because by the time the leader saw the white guy, they feed about them and answer. But I'm a bit confused. Even everybody can maybe make mistakes and so forth. But why they allow themselves to be vulnerable to that?
Milbon, you see, there's the problem. This is what we do, and we cover up for people. Let me tell you something. Women are emotional. Women pick who they will sleep with. They're not like us men. Men, we are not emotional. It is very important for you to understand when it comes to this part of life. Women are very deliberate. Even when you hear them say, oh, I was hurt, that's why I did this. Go check the record. They pick who they wanted to mess around with. So it is very important for us to understand what this picture that is being printed to the continent of Africa, not just solely Ghana. Like Monk said, Ghana now is like the face of Africa that is attracting people from all around the world, especially the Western world. You go to Ghana, you see things from Ghana. People want to emulate Ghana. People are jealous. People are even willing from here to go to Ghana. Just most recently, I was seeing on Facebook, I'm not sure, and on other outlets, I'm not sure that they actually board I went to Liberia. They begin Ghanaian citizenship already, or whatever. Now, I'm not sure how true that is. But that to show you how much of attraction in the country. So they have become like the face or the representation of Africa. Now, mind you also, Ghana is very traditional and cultural. They are very traditional and cultural over there. Not only that, they also have the religious standing there. You get somebody like Duncan Williams coming from Ghana. You got some prominent pastors coming from Ghana or whatever it is. I'm laying this foundation to let you know that we are in a bigger problem as Africans. We are in a bigger problem. Not only that, that tells me that anybody can come from here with any kind of illness and easily dump them in Africa, and they will not be held accountable. Because if they lost off the radar, or if that country refuses to expedite it, who will hold them accountable? But the vulnerability that we have right now is coming from through our women. Some of our women, I don't want to say all of them, some of our women. You understand? And so this is frustrating. Normally, you will see women to be the protector, the guardians of the home, or whatever it is. But with our women are this, some of our women are this vulnerable. Remember, we got a bigger problem. Oh, this has nothing to do with politics or hate against women. Or
no, this is not politics. This is indeed interesting.
We have a bigger problem. And like I said, one of the sisters wrote here, I know Street FM or France FM.
Oh, yes,
when you listen to those people, some of the future mothers, future presidents, leaders, or whatever it is, come on there with any kind of shame or whatever it is to tell you that they can sleep for $20, $40, $30, $50. Look, we have a bigger social problem that coming up. I'm joking with it. This is a bigger problem. You think the politics is a problem? This look. Anyways, I will leave it there.
Yeah. Steve. Even add up to you quickly, maybe before Morg and other brother they come on. My brother it just tell you that the entire continent is vulnerable. Look, let me be frank. I don't know how you want to put it, but if this individual have to come in West Africa and the Ghana that some of always saying, oh yeah, Ghana is far better, Ghana is there, Ghana is that. And even Steve, this is shaking Ghana right now as we speak. I've been following all of their news. I've been following all of the criticism because what they got did alone speak that. Anytime anything can happen like that and people will just run or people will just go away like that free of charge. But society-wise, or our continent, the culture of our land, for this guy to come here in Ghana or West Africa and penetrate through our women and embarrass them in that form and manner and go back home free before people even get to know. It's been volume.
Quickly, before Monk or Masale coming quickly. Where do most of our government officials go? Ghana. Where do most Liberians go for vacation? Ghana. You think they want to go for vacation and go hang out in Ghana? You think they just sitting there in Ghana by themselves?
No.
Most of them
always interacting with a lot of.
They always interacting. They get Jew there in Ghana. Don't get boyfriend in Ghana too. So that means they're taking it and they're bringing it to Liberia.
Oh yeah.
You don't think about it. You think
they transferring from AC Milan to come to Juventus.
So when they got share almost HIV on almost 100%. Do you imagine how many percent that already get it?
Okay.
Do you imagine if they got share HIV on more than 100%, 100 women, and you imagine, so you know how many men already finish sharing to another woman, and another woman finish sharing to another man. My brother, you're going, my mom. I don't even know what kind of society that we get it. But this is sad, I think, for the continent. And this has been trending. This is really, really trending now.
No, Steve, you know the important for me when I saw this video, I was just thinking about the moral lessons and the challenges, the cultural aspect, right? The overall perception of prostitution in Liberia is, or anywhere in Africa, you got loose girls that standing somewhere on the street corner in popular area that we dress skimpy looking just to attract men. But this guy broke that particular status quo. He did it to women that you won't consider to be prostitute. He did it to housewives.
Yeah.
He did it to girls that never posted on the street. He just walked out to them. He walked in a shopping mall randomly and picked them up. He met them at bus stop. Women that you believe will be at the highest standard that you won't even cross your mind that they will engage in anything. So that was shocked the whole Ghana.
Yeah. Professional women, religious women,
including walking into a church.
So
and
the idea here now is
people, man.
if you were to bring 10 women out there, no matter how they dress or where you pick them up, maybe 8 out of them will be prostitutes. Technically. And in the video of all the ones that he talked to, only one girl, she and the other one that refused. One out of, I think the video that I reviewed was almost 30 minutes in length, where he picked them up before going to the hotel, before the sex and everything. All of the 20 that were in that video, only one of them refused. The girl was like, why should I follow you to your hotel? I don't even know you. She said, why? Then he asked, are you married? She said, no, I'm not married. I'm single, but why should I even think about following you to a hotel?
Exactly.
And how he gave up. But like I said, the rest of them, they either went directly or they came a few hours later. Every single one of them that he approached, no matter whether he was walking on the street randomly, the one that was doing the security guard work, the one from the restaurant, the one from the church. So I was like, damn.
So the men we're more way now. So the men entered the house of God.
Yes. Yes.
In the house of God?
On live camera with the pastor standing there, the microphone.
I don't. Maybe no that church down.
He pick her up. That's why I want to say we're more of a cultural.
Right now in Ghana, I think or the Ghanaian government they had to really do is test on all those women and their husband and see what they can do because like I said,
some of those women be willing to come out to the public.
But their pictures are already there. Like
I don't know whether I can play the video maybe for short, maybe for 1 minute.
Yeah, that one because she came out posted it.
You need to clear my name out of it.
Listen,
you see the Russian guy who was in Ghana that lured about 800 ladies
800
to his bed or his apartment. Bonjour. I am part of it. I am part of the people that this Russian guy lured to his apartment. But I can explain. What's in there? I don't know how to explain, but I just want you guys to know that I am part of it. Maybe my video is not out yet, but definitely maybe a video never about. So before the video comes out, I just decided to gather courage and let you all, my family, know that I am part of the girls na Russian guy no only on one to ne apartment no. I am part of it. Wow. So I just you want to know before the video come out. But it's not the way you guys are thinking.
It is what we think, sister.
What is it?
We, the Brotherhood Council of the Bahamas University. This is what it is. What are you even trying to explain? Can you even see that you don't even know what to explain or how to explain it? Yeah. She knows what she did. And the internet has caught her red-handed, but in advance.
And she got a problem.
What a man can do, a woman can do better. They are obviously doing it better. See, these women know that they are.
They get to already that Russian men in the world.
You know, when we talk about this show, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead because he's the one bringing the entire this stuff.
You know, there was a reason. There was a reason of all the video I posted. I get video, and it just tell you about female nature, right? I tell you on this show most of the time, men they already accuse her of being cheats, so we get into the back of our mind that we are cheats. Or female, for that matter, it's just part of their nature. I'm not saying every one of them, but the vast majority, they never take responsibility for their doing. Nope. If you catch a woman cheating, she won't say she cheated. She will say it was because of something that you did that was her to cheat. Sure. They never accept that. That's why they never make improvement when it comes to relationship, because they never accept responsibility. It's always somebody else's fault for their action. They will always justify because they believe society will judge them harshly. So when you see a woman cheating, she will always believe either her husband is not romantic, he's working too much, something that he doing. No, she will never take that personal responsibility. So the girl you saw in that video, she tell you, say, oh, she can explain, but she don't know how to explain what she's doing. When my boy asked me, I said, no, because it seems like she in a serious relationship or something. So maybe the family holding her to high esteem and she want to get in front of the news because she know if the videos are leaked, more definitely her video will leak. So she coming out to call damage control. She's only doing damage control, but she's not telling you she's repenting from that particular out of that behavior. Like what you say, I can explain,
But I don't know how to explain. Ma'am, you don't have anything to explain. You want to play damage control because you know at the end of the day your face will be in those videos, and maybe you just want to come out and do like a muddy the water so that people can focus on you when the name come up. But at the end of the day, you are staying in the video, and that's just why it is. Typical female nature right there.
Yes,
So,
like I said, the Ghanaian government, they need to hold all those men there and carry them for testing. Because if this guy is he get AIDS, so all their husband, their boyfriend, and everyone that they already get AIDS. Okay, because that man did, I think maybe after 1 or 2 weeks or maybe a month before the video leak, and they been sleeping with their men, their boyfriend and things. So the AIDS has spread. So this is a
Well,
big
now, Melbourne, and Monk and Monk, you said it right. Same thing with Masale. You know, that's why I've always said, and I'll say, I don't forgive any woman that I'm with that sleep with another man. If we're together or we're talking or whatever, you talk to another man, I will leave you. I don't forgive you because the monk said most women never take responsibility. They will always find a way around it to make excuse. Either you hurt their feelings, or you were not doing it wrong, or you pushed them away, or you made them to do this. They will never say, I'm sorry for what I did. They will never take responsibility. They will always find a reason to justify what they did. But that's aside the point. The point here is this. Melbourne, imagine, God forbid, seeing your girlfriend, your wife, your sister, your niece, family member, your friend wife, your pastor wife on some kind of social media platform with this stranger sleeping with her. So that's why this lady jumped ahead, because she got her own business partner or somebody that she loving to, or she don't want certain people to see certain things ahead of time. So that's why she said she's jumping ahead to come and say that damage control she wants to do. So at the end of the day, folks, this is a trickle-down effect problem, because we don't know how many of the Ghanaian women that are even coming out of the girl did to come and expose and say the one who you see in the picture that less than 10 or 15. Where are the rest? Are they okay coming out? Are they okay with coming out? And the fact that this is devaluing, we got to look at it from look, this is deeper than we think. That all the men jacking and there's a long-term impact and effect. Are we able to track these victims?
Nope.
Are we able to track them? And let me say this: that statement she made that the man lured her, the man never lured her. No. It was consensual. She went there. Nobody lured her. The man didn't trick her. He didn't force her. They went there willingly. So this is to tell you, this is the one that we see on camera. Think about the one that we can see on camera that they're doing, and how many of these women are doing this. So my people, you say what I want to say. We don't catch a real cheater than women.
But you know one thing too, they say government ends up press on time. You know, the National AIDS Commission Labrador already raised the alarm that the rate in Labrador is beyond staggering, right? Wherein the 1 year jump, it was just, I think, from 34 to 36,000 in 2025. And those were just people that tested. So in Liberia, of all places, think about those that haven't been tested. So I said, thank God they got it even enter Labrador, because if you have reached Labrador, they are getting to triple hour, you are going to put on top of the table, because we already struggling with the HIV right now. Our own National AIDS Commission is raising the alarm that they cannot even keep track of the rise in the numbers. If the Russian guy had hit Liberia, I think he was going to set the record. But thank God he didn't reach Liberia, and he's stopped in Ghana.
No, but Mom, we're not off the woodwork.
People from Liberians from Ghana will come to Liberia.
Most Liberians go to vacation in Ghana. Ghana. Most of our politicians, where they go? Ghana. And when they go to Ghana, most of these men, they get a teen already in Ghana. Maybe that get our own videos that somebody who from Liberia.
That's true. More likely.
What are you talking?
So we are about to go for news break. I don't know what I will leave you guys on and join you guys later.
No. Go enjoy the news break. We'll come back when you come back. So move us and do your news break, please.
All right, guys.
Yeah, we'll be back, folks.
15 minutes.
We'll come out with our politics now.
This is CMC political leader arriving here in bombing Tottenberg. This is Tottenberg. CMC political leader Honorable Musa Hassan Belete arriving here in Tottenberg. So we've been in bombing county today. We have made 3 major stops, and this is the third one. We're in Chinatown district. There is the political leader of the Citizen Movement for Change.
Oh Allah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Takbir! Praise the Lord! Thank you. We quickly going to welcome the mark that will be done by the powerful chairman of the Selective Movement for GCMC. Amanda! 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 Okay, I'm sorry, let's quickly moving out the Selective Movement for GCMC from the chapter. I'd like to welcome the yourself from there and the speaker right. This is Kapambar, second district. This is the biggest district for the county on your building. And these are your people. Be free, free, secure. And for me, they are good people. People for me are welcoming. They are good citizens. They always open arms to strangers. So we'll get to see this junction and you're highly welcome to the building. Speak to your people. Thank you very much. Because of the overzealousness of this program, the people of Tokma want to speak to their leader. But because of time, they will call you, please, we down to our knees. You have just 1 minute, 30 seconds to say all the sweet things you want to say. Somewhere else, in 1 minute, 30 seconds. But quickly, the people that hosting Honorable Hassan Musa Belletin here is the permanent leader. The committee permanent leader, so therefore, we now go on. Sorry, I think it's an oversight. We know the purpose of this program, and that will be done by Honorable Johnson. The Senator Basil Johnson, Amanda. And I please this Senator Basil Johnson Apoto Zego. Aluta.
Honorable Musa Hassan Belete and Mrs. Belete, the chairman, Mr. Chairman, executive of the CMC, our visiting guest, Honorable Larry Alpert from Lima County, our vice chair, Honorable Levy, and to all of you, we may not be able to recognize everybody because we have limited time here. Firstly, I want to say thank you on behalf of myself and the team for the time. We are told you've been here since morning. We are grateful. I want to tell you thank you. You know, as we were coming, we started so many other places. And from here, we're going to go back. But it is good that we are in Tokma. The program today is designed to introduce the CMC to you, to introduce the CMC and Mr. Hassan Belete to the people of Bowman County. And the CMC is here to stay. The CMC is here to form a political and a development partnership with the citizens of Bowman County. The CMC and Mr. Musa Hassan Belete and all of us, we are all for serious business. The number district, we were able to recruit 600 members today. And it tells you that the numbers, those numbers are growing by the day. Mr. Hassan, Mr. Musa Hassan Belete is a Liberian. He is a successful businessman, a humanitarian, a young man, well-schooled, an individual who has passion for our people, a man who wants to see Liberia grow. He wants to change the narratives. He wants to introduce new style of politics in Liberia. That is, he is saying no more separate. And also, no more separate. Because most of the time, you vote for national leaders and they turn your back on you. And so, Mr. Musa Belete and the CMC are fully engaged into community outreach, reaching out to community, doing development, empowering women, sending the young people to school, carrying infrastructure development, building roads. And Bowman County is ready. Are we ready? Bowman County, are we ready? I'm not here.
Wonderful, folks. So we're back. We're back after the news break. 15 minutes of news bulletin right here on Truth FM. The very next news on the station will be at 8 o'clock on tonight. Those of you who are listening to all the other radio, that's the time you will hear all of the news this evening. But again, Mark and Dara Barari will be back after the news break. I don't know why Steve. I'm not seeing Steve. But again, yeah, Barari.
Yes,
see
sir.
you. We'll be back. We were talking, and I think I want you to read some of the comments, and also let me able to do justice to some of our commenters. Yeah, I've seen a lot of comment are
Yes,
making.
so I've been reading some comment left on Precious Caroline Smith. Like I said, we can't generalize when it comes to discussing this issue because we have some good women out there. We cannot generalize whenever we are speaking because we have mothers, we have sisters, we have children. Okay, but this is just something we are discussing that happen, and most women they do this thing and it is undercover till it can come out. That's the only way you will know. We have some good women out there. Like when you listen to the other girl, this man met her, talked to her, and he asked her to follow him, and she said no. Are you married? And she said no. But why am I following you? To tell you that we still have some good women out there. Okay, we are not generalizing it, but most of the time when we discuss this thing, or people feel like we are going down on women, we are beating
But
on
but
them.
but 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 Brother
That's
Ali, to that before you even continue, I think there was this news that shared I think a month or even I think from the beginning part of this month about a guy who lived in um some some part of Europe there I will still remember who have three children by the lady from Nigeria, and after carrying them, carry his wife, carry three children. They wanted to find out after doing DNA, wanted to find out that the three children was not his children, and he commits suicide. So
Mhm,
all of these things
mhm.
that we are saying,
Yes, I
sex
saw
pressure
it.
or pressure, yes, it's
I
all right,
saw.
right?
Yes, I saw
Cool.
it. But
And
why
they
about our
commit
own
suicide.
Liberian brother? Why about our own Liberian brother? Or what the other guy named Adolphus? After everything he did, trying to bring those children to America just for them to do DNA, it proved that the two children were not his. These are some of the things we are talking. You see, but with all that, we get some women who are committed in their
And
relationship and
and
whatever they are
and the
married.
war, the war, but I think very continue. The kind of motel war that we are living in, it make because most of the divorce cases that we are in today, all is just because of cheating, and most of our women are the one that even put in for divorce just because of cheating. So why would you want to be accusing people or accusing men of being terrible, even though the entire society see us that way? The how the entire society see us as being terrible. It's not us women. We're not good, we bad, we this, and even most of the women. Sometimes they go live on the internet, they say all of these things.
Maybe
So when
I'll ask you a question.
Hmm.
I want to ask you a question, Mabel.
Yeah,
Why
yeah, go ahead, brother.
why women will leave their husband? They divorce their husband because of cheating on them by you are married with together and you sleeping out there with another woman. They divorce their husband because of cheating, and then you see them being a side chick to another married man. Why women does that? But a man will divorce a wife because of cheating, and you know you will go and see that man he married to another woman. But in most cases, a woman will divorce her husband because of cheating, and then she end up being a side chick to another married man. Why they
And
do that?
some of them don't even answer your question. Some of them, in fact, forever, they don't even go into a
Yes,
relationship anymore. All they
forever.
want is just the freedom. And to that, my brother, that their word for me, I'm still confused as a Christian. And in fact, someone who read the Bible in the book of Matthew, because it's the men that go and marry the woman. But then I don't know where the right come from. Because if you go back to the Bible will tell you that the only way that you have to divorce your wife as a man is when you see her in the act of adultery or maybe committing this kind of funny thing, and you want to leave her, you can leave her, but you should give her a certificate. Thank God, among is here. You should give her a divorce certificate. But women are the one divorcing. For me, I'm still confused. I don't know how this thing happened. I don't know how we even arrived at this point that you will see women because they feel that they may have properties and they want to live independent life. They will just go ahead and say, I thought with a relationship, or if I thought with a marriage. And the society, the law, will allow that woman to divorce the man and share the property into half. My brother, I don't know how wicked the war is, but for me, I think as Christian, it's wrong for For me, from all indications, it's wrong for a lady or for a woman to put in for divorce. I don't know whether maybe the Bible is turned another way, or which one our people reading, or is the society, or what? I'm confused. But maybe Mark and Brother Steve will maybe educate me on that. But for me, I'm still confused when it comes to the entire divorce. That women are the one putting in for divorce instead of the man divorcing them. Monk.
Steve, you can go out on a quick call here. I will come back after you. Less than 1 minute be done.
All right, then but Ali can be checking maybe once
Yeah,
67 up. So yes.
Yeah, chairman is listening, because that was my question. Why men will divorce their wife because of cheating? They go ahead and marry another woman, but women will divorce their husband because of cheating and forever remain being or side chick to another married man. Why do they do that? Steve, chairman, why most of our sisters do that? You see, because if you were doing a man for cheating, then try to go and marry another man. But you be like, oh, I don't want to marry another man before I experience the same thing again. All men are the same.
You can always be saying that
you end up being on side chick. You hurting another woman feeding. You see, you destroy another woman home. You left your home because you felt another woman was destroying your home. Then you go ahead and start destroying another woman home. What is that? And when you say this thing, they say, oh, you're led to be a women. They said that. No. Not all
we are the fathers. No,
women.
Aliu. Anything people want to say nowadays for me, they can say, but we are fathers. So we got to talk.
No,
we are fathers.
No, I know y'all asked me, but let me answer your question. Since we're talking about you, Melbourne reference that you're Christian and so forth. So let's use the Christian Bible. Me, I'm not going to say much. I'm going to leave it with you to Georgia, but I want to give you 3 different scriptures that will clarify this thing, because this is a confusing conversation, because Paul talks something different. The Old Testament talks something different. Solomon talks something different in Proverbs. So let's look at Proverbs maybe 18 and 22. Maybe I'll read it from your Bible. I won't read it because I don't want to say I set them up. So read it. I don't want to say the Bible from America, that Bible from Liberia. So the Liberian people listening. Proverbs 18:22.
America get their own Bible. Go ahead, Deacon.
Yeah, Precious. I think Precious Caroline Smith made a very good point. Precious, some women, not all women, some women. Yes. So, gentlemen, let's clarify this part now. Some women, not all women. Some.
No. Why you say all?
Well, everything about our discussion will be on it not be generalized. It's some.
Yeah, some. So you're right, Precious. Go ahead.
Yeah, he said he will find a wife, find a good thing, and obtain favor from the Lord. This verse, yeah, that's probably. And
I was talking there. Okay, yeah. Read first. Hey, mama, when I didn't call you deep on. Read 1 Corinthians chapter 7.
Not God is very.
No,
1 Corinthians 7, 1.
1 Corinthians 7:28.
Oh, 28.
And the same Bible coming to.
The marrying is not a sin for anyone, but those who do will face trouble in the flesh, or maybe trouble in their life, which the apostle.
What Paul said? Read it again. Don't wrong with that thing. What Paul said about
1 Corinthians. They say, boy, if you do marry, you have not sinned, and if a virgin marry, she has not sinned. But those who marry will face many trouble in this life, and I want to spare you this. That the apostle Paul.
So let me just say, maybe
okay, go ahead.
So they are saying here, while marrying is not a sin. In short, what Mom was just saying, while marrying, or whether you marry or not, is not sin. Those who do marry will face trouble in the flesh.
But they say when you first of all, the same power say you find a wife, find a good thing and a thing favor from God, right? Yes. But then the same power come out and say, when you marry, you will feel too much problem will come to you. You'll be in problem. You'll be lost. You'll face trouble. Okay, then let's come to the last part now. Because of the part you're giving yourself. The part
Let's get to the politics today. I don't think we'll have the time. Let's get to the social issue.
Isaiah 4:1. Let's read Isaiah 4:1. And when I go Old Testament, New Testament, no battle, Old Testament. Okay.
Isaiah 4 verse 1.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second here. Let me get it real quick. Let me read from the King James. I like the King James version.
No, read that simple phone that you were just reading now.
Oh, the NIV. Oh, you say, and in that day,
yo, let's see.
7 women shall take hold of one man, saying,
how many women? Wait now, no, slow down. That's an interesting part, that important part for us.
7.
Read about it.
7. Isaiah, that prophecy. The prophecy from Isaiah.
What Isaiah
say? In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by that name to take away our reproach.
Okay. And at the same Isaiah that prophesied that Jesus was going to come, he will be Emmanuel and the and I see Isaiah that respect. Isaiah saying 7 women will just ask men to be with us in that day. In that day we're in that. So I don't know why I can be giving yourself hard time. Melbourne or Monk or Mafale. When some women come up and say men are cheaters or whatever, I'm not worried about that. You Christian, your Bible prophesying they want, so that means you disrespectful to the Bible? You disrespectful to the Bible? You don't follow the Bible? And that Bible you can read? That Bible they read. So when 7 women say they won't count to one man, don't get that Bible fulfilling. What are you talking about? Prophecy fulfilling. Oh, so Isaiah can prophesy of Jesus. And y'all can celebrate that one. But when it comes to the 7 women taking one man, y'all want to celebrate that one. You're hypocrite. Men are not cheaters. And no man should get vexed when a woman leave you. Don't get vexed. When that woman leave you, in fact, go get 2 or 3 women. I'm suggesting to you. Why you gotta get vexed? I beg you, yeah. You're not ready yet.
Everyone, you can remember on this show when I told you, I said, you become a wife before marriage. Marriage doesn't make one a wife. That's why I came up with that theory on the show. Because if they say he will find a wife, find a good thing. But the Apostle Paul is warning you that when you marry, you will run into a lot of problems. He didn't talk about wife. He said marriage. That's why I said the marriage is the ceremony, the wife is the behavior. And you must meet certain benchmark for a man to choose you to be his wife. That's why men can mess with a bunch of women, but he can choose one to be her wife. Because a wife is something that qualifies you. But in today's environment, people prefer the festivity, which is the marriage, rather than the human being, the character, the commitment. That's why the problem is. So I don't think the Bible is correct. I think the Bible is right. Apostle Paul said marriage, but the other verse says he who found a wife. Because to be a wife, it's not only about putting a ring on your finger. It's
no wife will just follow a stranger. For example, that Russian guy just see the guy and say, "Let's go," and just follow him. No way.
So that's a big difference. Yeah, so that's a big difference. You become a wife before marriage. You don't become a wife after marriage. That's a difference.
No, but the thing's simple. I see one of our sisters here saying, I'm not speaking what the word said. The thing what we read, I mean say, my name Isaiah, my name Paul. The thing what we read, I mean say, I mean read it in Bible. The Bible say, I'm saying, what you was saying?
Let me tell you. These are things that our pastors, our religious people, that they are not teaching most of our women. Let me be frank. These things, and in fact, Mark, Steve, and the other brother Aliu, their scripture, you can only hear it during wedding.
Yeah, but not trouble.
When they are officiating wedding, they're where you hear about the Proverbs 18:22.
Yeah, but they don't talk about 1 Corinthians what Paul said. You will get plenty of trouble when you marry.
No, they can't talk about that.
So today we expose I want. Yeah. We'll be getting out of too small. We just expose your one. Tell your pastor you don't want to. When you getting married, tell your pastor say you want to do that.
No, not for us.
When the pastor now read 1 Corinthians, that means they are discouraging people from getting married.
No, they just telling you what ahead of time. They telling you what. Mama, and when you want to do anything, you gotta let people know the pros and the cons.
No, but actually, Must said something that most of our sisters, I think, those of you who are listening now, you gotta grab something. Everybody that women, or everybody, those of you who are mature, above the age of 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, you are all women. but you are not wife until you become 12, 3, and mature.
Oh man, all women are not wife, man. Leave that story.
Yeah. And marriage doesn't make you a wife.
Not all women are wife. Because if all women was you imagine a married woman was called by that guy and they were used. But a single person, a lady who was not married, she was the only person that I know. I will not follow you.
My man.
So
no more.
Yeah, man.
No man, let's see. Wait, no more. Let me tell you something. Let me say this. First of all women will not get married. We got to clarify that part too. For those of you who think that marriage is an achievement, I told you the other time marriage was not a spiritual thing. And we'll clarify that one. Today I want to say this to you, to all the women. Marriage will not be for all women on earth. There's some of you will die, you will never marry in your life. It doesn't mean you're not going to heaven. So they're not all the women on earth that will marry. They will get that one clear. And if you marry too, it does not mean you are a wife. And here's the last part I want us to understand, because these things are critical. This is the problem I have with the teachings that they used to fool up back in the day. That one when you hear me saying your pastor read Bible to you, some of you can get vexed. Look, it is good for you to do your personal research and question. I want you the next time you go to any wedding, ask your pastor why they can read 1 Corinthians chapter 7, 28. Why they can read that part? That when you marry, when you say you won't get in, you might know that there will be a lot of trouble inside. Why they can teach that when they go to marriage counseling or the thing? Why they can tell you that one? Why they only tell you find a wife, find a good thing? So if you find a good thing, then why that good thing will turn around, there will be noise inside. Look, we gotta be careful, eh? As when someone else try to educate you, you're getting your feelings, you get emotional, you start attacking us. We're not attacking religion. We're just asking the rightful question at the right time. Why we can read the other part of the scripture? Only the good part we can read. Why we can read it? Why we can read the power say in Isaiah? They see Isaiah the prophet. Why we can read that part? 7 women will come and say we just won't be with you. Why we can read it and you'll be passing around calling other people side check? That's why I told you I don't believe in the inside check. Because these things must happen. I told you this before. These things must happen.
Fulfill.
Exactly. Steve Mong and that of Maybon and our listening audience, I think I agree with Steve. I think that's where the problem coming from. Because as a pastor, you should be able to read that the Bible, like Corinthians, and tell the person why they are going and those married counselor and team people going for counseling. You should be able to explain, oh yeah, this thing you're getting into, you see 1 Corinthians, so that you can know why you are. I think these are some of the causes of the early divorce and things are going on. Because why they are not telling people what they are going into. If a pastor will tell you and you go for marriage counseling, they tell you 1 Corinthians say this, what are you what kind of content the pressure say you're not talking in cultural content, let them put it in all the content and give it to you. You should know why you are going to face. So when you get there now, when you want to do something, you say, no, the pastor told me when I went for counseling, they told me. Well, failure to do this, I think these are some of the problems of early divorce.
And Steve, you lay a very important point, right? And we want to be selective when it comes to scripture. And that's the reality. That's what we're going to the problem. The Family Research Council statistically says 70% of all divorces are put in by women. Why you think that's the case? Because from the church, they are training women for wedding. They are not training them to be wives. And that's the difference. You don't become a wife after marriage. Wife is the character. Marriage is the title and the ceremony. That's 2 different things. Wow, let me go back. That's why I believe generational change also has a major role to play. Why you think when you go back to the 80s, the 90s, the 60s, women back then, they were all married. They born their children with their men, they stay with their men, as compared to this generation Y and Z. The big difference is when we talk about commitment, when we're talking about loyalty, that's what makes it to be a wife. You don't need to have a wedding to be a wife. Wife is a qualification. That's how you quantify the individual before you can choose them to carry them to the altar. So you become a wife before marriage. The whole idea that just because a man take you before a church and he put you in white garment and put ring of, that's a lie. It's just a ceremony and a title in that European standard. That's why this Russian guy was able to walk into a church with a woman who claimed to be an usher and walk with her, take her to the hotel, because she was not a wife. So think about marrying such a character. What do you think will happen in your wedding or in your home? So the whole idea, I think that's what the problem is coming from. In the scripture, it quantified with two statements. He who found a wife. It didn't say he who married found a good thing. He who found a wife. Then the Apostle Paul is saying, when you get married, you will run into a lot of trouble because the Hopojo contingent out there, the black contingent out there. So if you take the wrong one, trust me, your divorce will be hard. That's just the reality. I mean,
before we open the line, you know, let me say this more. Some of the things we say here, people get very off. People take it personal. Whether they're on the political or the social side, people think that, oh, y'all want to be promiscuous and y'all want to do the one that want make it or that want make it. No, that's the truth. No wonder why people like Abraham were never called cheater. Sarah was a wife. You know what I mean for another woman to agree with you to sleep with another woman to born child? Do you know what that means? Go ask your man and your past, some of you. They live in a sin hall with another woman who had children by the husband. They live in a house. I see you passing around. They say 7. You just see another girl texting your boyfriend. And you take part, you're not going to hear. You got to go to Sub B, you got to go to jail. You see what man and woman? You wife? You see what man? You know what women they can endure? See what man and women? You know what they can endure? Do you know what is serial manner women? No serial manner woman say will pass around. You can talk about a husband or significant other in public. From the way I can see some of you loose cannon, you hold it passing around and explaining yourself. Whole day you're explaining. Whole day you talking your personal business out there. Part of the reason why some of you are good, whether in bed or good in nature, you can never keep a man. Is because, first of all, you don't have the quality and the attribute of a woman. You don't know what it means to be a woman. For you to be passing around, be wasting your time, whole day you're talking, you dishonor it. You said that you're a child father, but you pass around calling men useless all day. Well, any born children by him, that means you let useless men. And that's just the truth of the matter. Whether you take it personal or not. So the truth of the matter here is this. I'm saying to the church, and I want to challenge the pastors, and not in a disrespectful way. This challenge is not to say, oh, I want to be opposed to them. I want us to have an open debate or an open conversation where we can educate our people in a balanced way, where we can talk so and talk so. We can just talk one side because it benefits us. I told you guys, very soon we'll come on with a series with a tithe and offering. Some of you will never pay tithe to your pastor again in your life when we finish talking. Because you know why? These guys have fooled you, they blind your eyeball. They teach you the truth. They lie to you. So the way you operate emotionally, you are responding to that emotion that has been infused in you for years. All the lies have been teaching you. Listen, I've been in church. All that church, you know, I can see them doing. And I do it past some of them. I understand what's going on. I know what's up. It's time for us to tell our people the truth. It's time that you can tell the young people, if you want to get married, it's a choice. But here are the pros and the cons, here are the consequences. Here is what to expect. And here's what you sure you want to do this? Why you can read Isaiah to them to let the people know that 7 women will say they want 1 man? Why you can tell them? Why you can tell them in the church? That's not a bad thing. That you the pastor say who over there, you get a lady on the side. Why you can tell the church? And we also sit there and be bouncing. That means also be on a level. A big ball. I'm not on a level with you. I feel with you, man. I feel with that whole level long time. And we'll discuss it, we'll bring it in the public, we'll substantiate these things with scriptural references. Then we'll put it on the spot. Then we'll discuss the issue. So maybe on the so prostitution anyway.
Yeah, man.
Prostitution not going nowhere.
No, Steve, I beg you to do it. I have my sermon. But look, actually, that's the thing. They will always take all of these sweet scriptures, bring it out, and give it out to the people because they don't want. I don't know why you want to bet someone until the person go to hell. Because all of these things that we are all doing. It's like we are betting these people to go to hell. Because if you're not telling them also the negative and the positive part of life, you will not tell them only about the positive part. My brother, them I don't know, they will not do well. They may be fine. But again, keep your calls coming, those of you who've been listening.
Wife versus marriage. That the difference, that the topic for today. What's the difference between wife and being married? Married and
you
wife.
will find a wife. You will find a wife. Now you will find a talkative.
Yeah, he said he will marry.
You will find a wife. You're not talkative. Shelley, one of my sister. Good evening. Long time. I know because with a social time. Why you calling? But we know why you go to heaven or hell. We're just wasting our own time.
God said they heaven for him and the earth he gave to the son of man. Genesis 3:13 tells you, Jesus says, no one go to heaven except you people from there. You don't want to go back. So I'm the one that will be talking about heaven all the time.
So that boy to he will find a wife. All of our mothers, our sisters, and they, I don't know whether they are wife material or they are just women.
You saw me showing taking a boss and your wife? You sure?
All right. Thank you. Keep a course coming to you 7.
No,
yeah.
You supposed to be showing Tete and boss.
Yeah, I say we got you missed it today. You missed a lot. Yes. That's my brother. In fact, that the wife is running the home. Let me tell you, Steve. Hello? Yeah, hello, good evening. My dear brother, go ahead.
Thank you. This topic is very important to me. I sometimes have to stress your mind now to the politics. Yeah. And I love the topic. Let's say about these women that just focus on the marriage, on church to church. Sometimes she will be with one guy that understand her, they carry on life. She enter into one church and the man tell her, the man now need to marry you. If you don't marry you, don't let him touch you. And don't do blah blah. Sometimes she will even leave the house before you can leave the house and then you marry. Look, this for the show, you need to learn from the show. Whosoever honor the son of the boy, you need to learn from the show about woman. Marriage is not forced.
Yes.
If it is an opportunity for you, you have it done. When it's an opportunity, you will leave men that you understand. Then you put a bit of there, you carry on your life. But this marriage, then marry the so-called men of God that will get it done. They just use it to just project this steady women mind. The woman have a late man, they understand that life, the one that 1 or 2 kids, but he will get a woman.
And they will tell you that don't live with that man because they make in fact because they make poor.
The man poor, don't live with the man. Before your husband comes, that man is not your man. Your man coming from the US. Then they pay their whole ambassador.
All right, but dear brother, thank you. 0770-203125. I don't know how can Steve and Mon, they don't even read efficient. They want to also talk about how for people to be homo. I don't know, but let me go. Oh, all the women have to do my water, good evening.
My Sktv children, good evening to every one of you people. I enjoy your show today. You know, therefore, they will a problem that between men and women. The God has created the heaven and the earth. For special with the woman, the beginning of the earth, the problem that they have today that with the woman they begin. Yes. With the woman they begin because the first thing is we have fear for God. Because we will have fear for God from the beginning of the creation. We will test it, don't win from me, because they are doing the food. But just as I go on, we try we don't set on the edit that any also be. We don't want the fear of God, the one who sees this is happening. Never know how we give up the one today. When you got for women, for girls, they're here, the whole one, everybody, they angry in the street. I can tell you that I say, yeah. I want this to run like that. When you get a fear of God, you will be a friend.
And my water, let me ask you that later in a second. During your day, you people used to stay home, even if the situation is tough, nothing going on, but at least you put what they're managing the children, but none of the women are leaving though.
My son, I give all with my husband and went and pay my salary to my people. He myself we stay together. 16 years he was an old guy that was living on the day, but don't pay that bill. But don't pay for that bill. That's the told me to my father was stripped to that bill. I left with him when he walked in. We slept on that bill before he died. Wow. And the man myself was together when the man left me in the home and get married. Since 2007, public. But this time women, they not fear God. Because when they fear God, they will fear the husband. Because the Bible says, woman is a subject to obey. What are you get money, not get money? Your man, like your man. I care how you looking, like your man. He look at you, he give you to the husband, he marry you. Fear him.
All right.
And be with him.
All right, man. What? Thank you. Thank you so much to this caller. Good evening. That's great. Thank God. I think all the mothers, women are calling. Go ahead, mama.
The guys there on the show. I thank you so much. Look, there's no better day now, my children. There is a better day, although the Masale will say that women out there that say hello for message. When I play your play, listen to that woman that I can explain, but I'm not explain. Look, there were not many things they will people on. There were not many things. No days are gone.
See?
Also, what I say, I want to listen to. They even went to the church and taking a usher, walking up from the church, they came up to the hotel and show you no faces. Look, there were not many things. They get loose.
Your daughters are also calling the pastor daddy, and they are not even calling their husbands daddy. They're not even calling us in. Nothing.
Your pastor is who killing you day and night. Husband, pastor, or daddy. You say you're looking for a blessing. What is men out there calling me out of Joe? Are you telling me? Yes, that's what you daddy. We went, you have to hear that.
Mama, they can't even speak to us. I will come from work. That will bother you just. Thank you. Thank you, Mama. All right, thank you. All right, thank you. All right. All right, Mother Teta Vacant be Mother Steve will tell let me let you go. Then Mother to go. Yeah, Reverend Samson. Good evening, Reverend. Yeah.
What are Reverend calling?
Yes, we find man of God. We found. Thank you for joining us, man of God. I guess you've been following the show for ever so long time behind the scene. But today, like,
I always follow your show. I want to bless God for all of you. I want to talk about that Russian guy. What was his purpose coming in Africa?
Well, I don't really know, but maybe they may come for maybe the tourism business. Maybe that's what they may come for.
He came to disgrace Africa.
Yeah. Exactly. He came to test the culture.
Yeah, maybe they can test the water. Yeah.
I want to find out them on after the police. They asking to disgrace Africa or what?
Yes.
You got it right.
Yes.
All right. All right. They will answer you. Just listen. Listen. Keep your calls coming. You will say.
I think because of time's sake, I don't know. Give us time so we can. Because one guy asked a serious question that it needs to be addressed quickly before we go to.
Take one more call right now. Call him, baby, and then we can take it from the 10 minutes. I think we can squeeze it in 10 minutes.
You have somebody on the call?
Yeah.
Yeah, the call speak coming, but okay, let me just take the call quickly.
Yeah,
10 minutes,
you cut it off.
I said to them about the women invest. Yeah, go ahead, mama.
Yeah, I want to say thank you for the discussion. But maybe you see the problem are there. Our churches are the one that push it all into the marriage. Because you will see some of them on they say time for counseling or all of discussion when you get there. Sister, who is your partner? When you say, oh, I'm your partner, no, sister, you gotta do it. You can't tell them all the brother, then tell them all the brother, then you take somebody.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Go back. You and that person will not go anywhere because for one fight, you can only the person you can observe, the person can observe you. But then our churches will not do it. So they see that you get married and they'll push you. Then they engage me on the set on the mother brother.
Brother, that I mean working you. Yeah, when you go look at more. Can you imagine?
I can't run with them. Ourselves in a half and left and live on. And I did job and Steve talking. Marriage has become achievement. Once you are not married, all of course you know got things to say.
All right.
Everyone that we marry immediately, you will not say that getting to say. So these are things that we're pushing, making marriage and not stay.
All right, Mama. Thank you so much to our brother who said, "Bro, my brother, these are facts, 100%." A lot of men do not even get comfort. They don't even love. Their wives don't each other greet them. They wait. They're supposed to greet them. These are facts. Yeah. Go ahead.
Let me answer that question, not the Reverend question quickly. Then we can go to our closing statement. Monsignor, you are reading today. They sing 1 Corinthians 7. Can we read verse 5? Because I got asked question about women refusing to sleep with a husband or whatever it is. And some women...
5?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, Mom, before you read it quickly. Some women, they use that as a punishment. Some women use that as a control mechanism or whatever it is. For those of you women who they can say you're going for 40 days fast, 30 days, 21 days, and you just wake up because your pastor say or whatever it is, I want your own part in the thing what we're going to read today. And maybe the pastor then can start teaching you some of the things in the church so you can disrespect your partner there. More read that in the yeah.
Oh, 1 Corinthians 7 verse 5 says, do not deprive each other except perhaps by mutual consent and for a time, so that you may devote yourself to prayer. Then come together again so that Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of self-control.
And yeah, they say when maybe one knock, don't refuse. Yeah. If you refuse, don't wear jeans. You and maybe should agree.
Yeah.
Maybe one knock. Don't make it look like because you very Melbourne, so you stop Melbourne. Because you and maybe have this understanding, so you stop Melbourne. That will tell you when you ask for money for men to sleep with you, that prostitution. Ain't you Bible talking it?
Yep, that's it.
But anyway, folks, Masale, you address your issue, but I wanted to address that question. So, my brother, if any woman doing that to you or your significant other, she not treating you well. Yeah, Masale, go ahead.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you. The wife is saying 40 days, 21 days, 50 days. You don't be denying their husbands. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, like we started the show today on the Ghana issue. Yeah, like I said, I think the Ghanaian government, they need to see what they can do. Those people who already in the media, on social media, they know that they slept with this man. I think they need to carry them and do some tests on them. Like somebody said in the comment section, this is something that I think the man did it 2-3 months ago. And this man is an AIDS patient. And these people, they have spread this AIDS with their husband, their boyfriend, and thing. I think it is about time to save the country. They need to test those women, test their husband and thing, and see how they can put them on some treatment. But this is a big damage. Yes, and the city happen the other guy, Batanza too, I know from which country. The city continue to happen. When are we going to see video of women doing men like this, or only men doing women like this? And our sister, you have to be very careful. Yes, this world is not all to it because of material thing and other thing. People go into this thing is not good, and not all women. Like I said, we still have some good women out there. But it was a great show, guys. Thank you.
I think maybe on the weekend on Saturday we'll be doing some social issue because I love to hear women when they call on this kind of a topic, and we always do the politics. But to the men of God who call, he came to test the culture. Because we African as a whole, we believe that we are very conservative in nature, that we got certain moral code. And that's why he chose Africa. So he came to break our culture and the whole concept that we are trained, that we are disciplined, we got traditional culture. That's why he chose Africa, and he broke the culture. He did it across 3 different countries. So it got to be consistent, that data. That's what they call data size and sample. He did it to enough people for you to draw a conclusion or from an insight from his kind of activity that he carried. But yeah, it's the thing, like I said, maybe the church need, and not only the church, but any religious institution, whether it's the mosque, whether it's the synagogue, maybe we need to change the narrative about marriage and focus on building wives. Because at a certain point in time, the thing they call marriage, like I said, it gets the title, it gets the ceremony. The wife is the character, your commitment, your loyalty, your respect for your husband is what they call wife. And we men, we do things differently than women. A man can have 10 girlfriends, he can identify the one that he will stay with because of her character. He won't go for looks, he won't go by your popularity. No, he look at the character, the one that will fit him, that one he will choose to be his wife. So maybe when the church can focus, rather than treating men that don't got flat bail, you woman take one of the men from the church. Why would you want to have a woman to just randomly pick a man from the church? For what reason? And that lady is right. Because in that war, when you are single with me, you are engaging in sexual activity, it's a sin. But so is divorce, so is cheating. Why you don't concentrate on the other aspect of marriage? Because marriage is like a marathon. You know what I mean? To sign a contract with somebody to live with for the rest of your life. There will be some rough days, there will be some bad days.
Oh, yes.
And maybe the thing, like I said, it's all about discipline, loyalty, and respect. You will go out there. You will see a woman that is beautiful than your wife. You will see a woman that is more educated than your wife. You will see a woman that is more influential than your wife. But the one reason you will decide to stay with your wife, because, like I said, that's what they call discipline and commitment. You will be like, you are tempted, but you know what? I'm still going to control myself because I'm
committed. Even to that, our sister before Steve come on that talk about the church, maybe the church or going to church and your team. I don't even know how people even derive with these kind of ideas. Who tell you that it's just all about getting married? Maybe it's all about life. No, you should be doing something. The man should be working. So you want for somebody to waste it where somebody wouldn't do nothing.
Yeah. So, but Steve, you take it from there. I've been almost out of time, so you just close it.
So quickly, I agree with Monk and Masale. I think the church and the religious institution should focus more on training and teaching our people than mesmerizing in preaching and other things. And at some point, we will prove to you guys that preaching, you know, it means we'll be preaching the church, preaching not for people who are already saved or who give their life to God. Preaching that's will be done there. No, that's will be done there. We'll prove it back. We'll read scripture to it here. Prove it to you. So that your pastor can come Sunday and be sweating and be yelling all over the place and making noise. Rather, it will be teaching you. You know, you must teach the people. Money, you don't even teach. They don't teach you. So you're just over it when you're hearing something sensational and you're not your verse. But let me say this though, because I think this one is very, very important. Let me say this to all of our sisters, to some of our mothers, and to the younger girls coming up. Marriage should be the last thing on your list. Let me say again, marriage should be the last thing on your list. It's not an achievement. It's not important. It's a plus, but it's not important. I will say again for the last time, marriage is not important. It's not an achievement. It's not. It shouldn't be a priority to you as a young woman.
I just for the flesh to flesh people to just live.
It's not a spiritual thing. Don't let no pastor use it against you as a spiritual weapon. It's not a spiritual weapon. Let me tell you something. Get with the program. You know, I was shocked to understand that even in the country, you know what people do? People try to prepare the white people, they try to prepare the children for success to the point wherein some of them can even put their children on birth control at a very young age. Secure their future, make sure they got education, they got something to sustain themselves. They put them together. They don't put marriage until they're in front. In Africa,
right now, I'm training Mary Kula to a certain level. And when she reached to a certain level, she will decide whether she's ready to get married and she will be prepared.
Folks will be on. We'll be on tomorrow, folks, by the grace of God. No bon, thank you so much. We'll have this conversation later. We'll balance the show. Tomorrow we'll talk on the politics. We'll talk on the things that are going in the country. It's looking very, very scary. We'll tell you what behind the whole Muslim thing that they're talking about is a distraction. It's not a serious thing. Tomorrow we'll talk about it. About them attacking the Muslim and the Fula and whatever it is. No, there's nothing wrong. It's a wrong red flag they're bringing. But we'll be on tomorrow by the grace of God, folks. Let's have a good night. See you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank to all of you, our people. Brother Aliu and other monk. Good night to all of you. We got to go crazy. Robert Fasulu, Jacqueline, my brother. Thanks to all of you. That's it. Let our sisters, our mothers, just be good because they're the ones that bring it on this island. Now, no woman would want to have maybe a bunch of children and they don't have maybe male children. No. So you always want to have a female and not a male because you want to have men in your house. So how will you feel if you see some kind of little girl, somebody treating your boy child in a phone and man? How you will feel? So everything we are saying here is for the betterment of the entire society, not just for one group of people. No. Well, again, but Ali, good night and thank you so much.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving us here and the parents of them. The welcome and life without fear.
A lyrical healthy
Master.
Play Paris who make on you. I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, Tina can ask my jamo. And you no money, and more I know. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I forget it now. Cause you work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lopa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the premise my best. The world with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lusa, from Riverside River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Backwalu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.